In a distant corner of the galaxy, a group of aliens from the planet Zorblat was exploring new worlds. These aliens, known as the Zorblatiks, were very advanced and had a great sense of humor. They had a tradition of visiting different planets and making fun of the things they found unusual or less advanced. One day, the Zorblatiks landed on Earth. They had heard about the many interesting things humans had created but were curious about the planet's plant life. As they wandered through a lush garden, they came across a small, ordinary-looking plant. To the Zorblatiks, who were used to seeing towering, impressive alien flora, this little plant seemed unimpressive. They laughed and joked about how weak and insignificant it looked. The plant was nothing like the giant, colorful vegetation they were used to on Zorblat. The leader of the Zorblatiks, a playful alien named Zarn, made a bet with his crew. He bet that this weak plant couldn't possibly be important or special in any way. His crew accepted the challenge, eager to prove their leader wrong. As part of their bet, the Zorblatiks decided to study the plant. They examined it closely with their advanced equipment. To their surprise, they discovered that the plant was not just ordinary. It had unique qualities that were essential to the ecosystem. The plant had special abilities that helped clean the air and soil, which was crucial for maintaining the health of the environment. It also produced seeds that could help other plants grow, making it an important part of the Earth's natural balance. The Zorblatiks learned that the plant's roots helped prevent soil erosion, and its leaves absorbed harmful pollutants from the air. They also discovered that many animals depended on this plant for food and shelter. Without it, the local ecosystem would be in trouble. Zarn and his crew were amazed and slightly embarrassed. They realized that what they had initially thought was weak was actually a vital and resilient part of Earth's ecosystem. The small plant was a symbol of how even the simplest things could have great value and importance. The Zorblatiks decided to share this lesson with other planets they visited. They created educational programs about the importance of small but crucial elements in ecosystems. They emphasized that true strength and value were not always about size or appearance, but about the role and impact something had in its world. Before leaving Earth, Zarn and his crew made a special visit to the garden where they had first found the plant. They thanked it in their own way for teaching them such an important lesson. The Zorblatiks took a small sample of the plant back to Zorblat as a reminder of their newfound appreciation for the small and often overlooked aspects of the universe. The Zorblatiks left Earth with a newfound respect for its plants and a story to tell about the little plant that had taught them an important lesson. The Earth's plant was no longer just a weak plant to them, but a symbol of strength and significance in its own way. As the Zorblatiks continued their journey across the galaxy, they shared their story far and wide. They carried with them the lesson of the weak human plant that proved to be incredibly strong in its own right. Their perspective on life had changed, and they learned to value every part of the universe, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. As the Zorblatiks traveled to other worlds, they eagerly shared the story of Earth's small, resilient plant. They spoke about how the plant had challenged their assumptions and taught them to look beyond superficial appearances. This story inspired many other alien civilizations to reconsider their own weak or overlooked elements and appreciate their true value. Back on Earth, scientists and environmentalists were fascinated by the Zorblatiks' discovery. They used the newfound appreciation to promote the importance of conserving even the smallest species in ecosystems. Schools incorporated this story into their curricula, teaching children about the significance of every living thing in nature. The plant became a symbol of environmental awareness and the idea that strength and importance are not always visible at first glance. It reminded people that sometimes the smallest things have the greatest impact, just as the Zorblatiks had learned. Years later, Earth and Zorblat established a collaborative research program, focusing on the shared goal of preserving and understanding diverse forms of life. The friendship between the two species flourished, built on mutual respect and the shared lesson of valuing all forms of life, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. The legacy of the weak human plant continued to resonate across the galaxy, a reminder that every part of the universe, big or small, had its own role and importance.